Every morning when I walk into the kitchen, my wife gives me that same look, half worried, half amused. She says, "Please, Nerita, stop adding that thing to your tea." And every morning I smile and say, "Just 1 teaspoon, that's all it takes." But what she didn't realize, at least not at first, was that this little teaspoon had quietly changed everything for me. My energy, my focus, even my mood. It didn't happen overnight, but one morning she looked at me and said, "You look different. What are you doing?" "What are you doing?" That's when I told her the truth. So if you're over 50 or even getting close, and you've started feeling that your mornings don't feel as strong as they used to, that your body doesn't quite respond the same way, stay with me for a few minutes. Because what I'm about to share isn't some miracle powder or an expensive supplement. It's a simple, natural ingredient that you can find in almost any kitchen. But when used the right way, and at the right time, it can completely shift how your body starts its day. Now, here's what most men don't realize after the age of 50. Your body doesn't wake up the same way it did in your 30s or 40s. Your metabolism slows down. Your hormones change. Your digestion becomes less efficient. Even the way your cells handle energy, your mitochondria starts to decline. That means the food you eat doesn't get converted into energy as easily. So you feel tired faster, you lose focus quicker, and recovery takes longer. Most men think it's just getting older, but I'll tell you something, that's not entirely true. Aging is natural, but fatigue is optional. And that's where this simple morning ritual comes in. You see, most of us start our day with caffeine. Coffee, black tea, maybe even an energy drink. It gives that short-term boost, but then by 10 a.m., you crash. What I started doing instead was adding just 1 teaspoon of this natural ingredient into my morning tea. It doesn't just wake you up, it activates your body from the inside. It supports your liver, balances your blood sugar, and helps your cells release energy more efficiently. And here's the most surprising part. Within just 1 week, I started noticing something remarkable. My energy wasn't spiking and crashing anymore. It was steady. My mornings were calmer, my mind clearer, and my body lighter. Even my wife, the same one who begged me to stop, started asking for her own cup. Now, before I tell you exactly what that ingredient is, I want to explain why this small habit makes such a big difference, especially for men over 50. Because understanding the why is what separates a quick fix from a real, lasting solution. Let's talk about why this tiny teaspoon matters so much, especially once you hit that 50 mark. When men cross 50, their bodies begin to shift gears quietly. It's not dramatic. It happens little by little. You wake up one day realizing you don't feel as strong, your focus drifts, and even after a full night's sleep, you still feel tired. You might notice your belly holding on to extra fat or that afternoon slump hitting harder than it used to. That's not just age. That's your metabolism slowing down. Inside your body, your cells are powered by something called mitochondria, tiny engines that turn food into fuel. But after 50, those engines start to lose their efficiency. The same breakfast that once powered you till noon now barely gets you through the first meeting of the day. Now, here's the thing, your body still wants to create energy. It's just not getting the support it used to. Your liver becomes slower at processing fats and toxins. Your blood sugar levels swing faster. And that's when you start to notice changes in your mood, energy, and even your motivation. So what does this 1 teaspoon do? It acts like a spark plug. It wakes up those sluggish metabolic pathways. It tells your cells, hey, it's morning, time to work again. The ingredient I'm talking about helps your body break down stored energy more effectively. It helps balance blood sugar so you don't crash mid-morning. It also supports your liver, which is the command center for detoxification and metabolism. Here's something most men never think about. Your liver isn't just about detoxing alcohol or medicine. It's responsible for over 500 vital functions, including producing the enzymes that help regulate your hormones and digest your food. When your liver slows down, your energy goes down with it. And that's why the timing matters so much. Adding this teaspoon in the morning, right when your body is waking up, gives your metabolism a natural signal to kickstart. You're not forcing it with caffeine or sugar. You're reminding it how to work the way it used to. When I first started doing this, I didn't expect much, but within a few days, I felt that smooth kind of energy. The kind you don't notice right away, But it's there. My morning walks felt easier. My mind was less foggy. Even my hunger signals started to balance. And when my wife saw the difference, she laughed and said, maybe I should be adding that teaspoon too. Now, before you run to the kitchen cabinet, let me share something important. Not all natural ingredients are created equal. The one I'm talking about works because it's rich in antioxidants and natural compounds that target exactly what slows down in a man's body after 50. In the next part, I'll tell you what that ingredient is, how to prepare it properly, and how just 1 teaspoon a day can shift your mornings from sluggish to strong without depending on caffeine or pills. All right, let's get to the part everyone's been asking about. That 1 teaspoon that my wife begged me to stop using until she saw what it actually did. The ingredient is raw, organic turmeric powder. Yes, that same golden spice sitting quietly in your kitchen cabinet. Now, before you say, oh, I've heard of turmeric before, let me stop you right there. What most people don't realize is turmeric is powerful only when it's used correctly. Most men either use too little or they add it at the wrong time, so they never experience the real effect. See, turmeric isn't just a spice. It's one of nature's most effective metabolic activators. It supports the liver, balances inflammation, and helps your cells burn fuel efficiently. It also improves circulation, which is why you feel more energetic, lighter, and clearer throughout the day. So here's exactly how I prepare it every morning. I start with a cup of plain black or green tea. No sugar, no milk, just hot water and tea leaves. Once it's steeped, I let it cool down just a little because adding turmeric to boiling water can reduce its potency. Then, I take 1 teaspoon of organic turmeric powder, add it into the tea, and stir it well. Finally, and this is important, I add a small pinch of black pepper. Why? Because black pepper contains piperin, a natural compound that increases turmeric absorption by almost 2,000%. Without it, most of turmeric's benefits just pass through your body unused. And that's it. No complicated recipes, no supplements, no morning pills, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. Now, timing matters more than most people think. I take this drink about 20 to 30 minutes after waking up before breakfast. That's when your liver is still in its natural cleansing mode. It's quietly working to flush out toxins from the night before. By drinking this tea at that time, you give your body a clean, natural signal to activate digestion and energy production. If you start your day with heavy foods or coffee first, your body goes into defense mode, trying to process the overload before it even wakes up properly. That's why you often feel bloated, tired, or uneasy in the mornings. But when you start with this tea, it's like opening the day gently. You're reminding your system how to work in harmony again. After a week of doing this, I noticed I didn't need that second cup of coffee anymore. My energy was steady, my focus sharper, and my mornings calmer. My wife noticed it too. She said, "You're less tense in the mornings." And that's the beauty of it. It doesn't just energize you physically, it balances your inner rhythm. Now, in the next part, I'll tell you how to enhance this ritual, the lifestyle and timing habits that make this teaspoon of turmeric even more powerful, especially for men over 50 who want long, lasting strength, clarity, and stamina throughout the day. So now that you know the secret ingredient, that 1 teaspoon of turmeric, let's talk about how to make it work for you even better. Because here's the truth. No single food or drink can transform your health by itself. It's the way you live around it that determines whether it becomes medicine or just another habit. The first thing I always tell my patients, especially men over 50, is that your body loves rhythm. When you eat, when you move, when you rest, it all sends powerful signals to your hormones. And the older we get, the more our bodies depend on consistency. That's why I recommend having your morning tea, your turmeric ritual, at roughly the same time each day. Don't rush it. Sit down, take a breath, and allow that cup to remind your body that the day is beginning. This small act of mindfulness actually lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that can drain your energy and age your cells faster. Now, after you finish your tea, give your body 10 to 15 minutes of gentle movement. Nothing extreme. Just a short walk, some stretching, or deep breathing near an open window. Think of it as switching on your internal engines. That movement helps the turmeric compounds travel through your bloodstream more efficiently, supporting your joints, your digestion, and your overall vitality. And here's a simple but powerful rule: don't skip breakfast. After your tea and light movement, have a clean, balanced meal, something with healthy fats, fiber, and protein. For example, a bowl of oats with nuts or eggs with vegetables. This keeps your blood sugar steady and prevents those mid-morning crashes that make you crave more caffeine. Hydration matters too. Many men forget that fatigue often comes from mild dehydration. After your tea, keep a glass or bottle of water near you throughout the morning. The combination of hydration plus the turmeric's cleansing effect helps your liver function smoothly and your metabolism stay active. Now, let's talk about timing your energy. The hours between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. are when your body's natural detox system is most active. So anything you do in that window, whether it's drinking this tea, walking, or doing light stretching, multiplies the benefit. On the other hand, staying up late, skipping breakfast, or waking up stressed disrupts that rhythm. And there's another piece most men overlook: sleep quality. Turmeric supports your body during the day, but your real recovery happens at night. If you're not sleeping 6 to 8 hours deeply, your body can't rebuild muscle, balance hormones, or reset your metabolism. So before bed, I recommend something simple: disconnect from screens, dim the lights, and take a few deep breaths. Let your mind slow down, because when your nights are calm, your mornings feel powerful. After a few weeks of combining these habits, morning tea, gentle movement, good meals, proper rest, you begin to notice something remarkable. You no longer need energy boosts. You are the energy. And that's what I tell every man who asks me, Dr. Nerita, what's the real secret? It's not a supplement. It's not a product. It's the small things done consistently that rebuild the foundation of your strength. In the final part, I'll share how to make this habit sustainable for life, how to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your mornings full of quiet confidence, no matter your age. You know, when I look back now, I smile at how something so small, just 1 teaspoon, could lead to such a big change. It's been years since that morning when my wife first said, "Please stop adding that to your tea." And today, she's the one who reminds me every morning, don't forget our golden tea. That's the beauty of it. When your body starts to feel alive again, people around you notice. Your energy becomes quieter, but stronger. You move differently. You think more clearly. You wake up feeling ready, not restless. And that's really what this is all about. It's not about chasing youth. It's about restoring balance. After 50, your body doesn't need to be pushed harder. It needs to be supported smarter. It needs small, consistent reminders that say, I'm still here and I still work beautifully. When you start your day with intention, that cup of tea, that slow breath, that short walk, you're not just helping your body, you're training your mind. You're telling yourself, I still have control. I can still build health one choice at a time. I've seen this transformation in so many men who felt tired, unmotivated, disconnected. And after a few weeks of this simple ritual, they started feeling like themselves again, not because of a miracle, but because of a shift in rhythm. You see, your body responds to attention. When you give it time, patience, and the right fuel, it gives back tenfold. That's what most people forget. It's not too late to feel good again. It's never too late to start. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this: your health isn't lost with age. It's rebuilt with consistency. 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 calm morning, 1 decision to take care of yourself before the world asks anything of you. That's how you reclaim your energy, your focus, and your quiet confidence. So tomorrow morning, when you walk into your kitchen and reach for that cup, take a moment. Don't rush. Add that 1 teaspoon, stir it slowly, breathe, and let your body know, today you're choosing strength. And who knows, maybe one day your wife, your son, or even a friend will ask, you look different. What are you doing? And you'll smile just like I did and say, just 1 teaspoon, because sometimes the smallest things bring the biggest change. If you found this message helpful, share it with someone who needs that little morning push. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more natural, science-backed ways to stay strong, sharp, and healthy, no matter your age. Take care of yourself. You've earned it.